The call came seconds after the cameras stopped flashing. My daughter lay crumpled at the bottom of the courthouse stairs. Her knees bloodied, her lips split. And the police chief's son stood above her, smiling for the reporters like it was theater. Then my phone rang. His father's voice slithered through. "My son is untouchable. I know the judge. Drop the case or I'll kill you in a false shooting." I didn't shout. I didn't curse. I let silence draw the line. Then I spoke, calm, steady, every word sharpened. "You have 10 minutes to turn him in, or I'll use something you can't tolerate." He laughed, confident, arrogant, the kind of laugh men use when they think bloodlines are bulletproof. 9 minutes later, his laughter broke into a scream. "Who are you? I'll put my son in jail. Please, just tell me who the hell you are." And that was when I knew he had already lost. It began weeks earlier. A whisper, a glance too long. My wife had known the chief for years. Their children played in the same parks, the same schools. Too many dinners, too many late-night calls disguised as community concerns. I caught her one evening staring at her phone, face drained of color. She locked the screen when I entered, smiled too quickly, too sweet. I told myself it was nothing. I told myself marriages bend, but don't break. Yet, beneath the surface, a quiet dread began clawing its way up. Then the incident at school. My daughter shoved into lockers. Bruises she explained away. Teachers whispered, staff averted their eyes. And there he was again, the chief's son, smirking like the world belonged to him. When I asked my wife to press charges, her response cut deeper than the bruises. "We can't fight them. He's the chief's son." The silence that followed was worse than a confession. She wasn't just afraid. She was protecting him. I didn't rage. I observed. At night, I traced her phone records. Anonymous numbers routed through encrypted apps. Calls that lasted minutes, always late, always hidden. Her bank account showed unexplained deposits, small, spread across months, like hush money disguised as charity. I began digging into the chief's world. His son's sealed arrests, scrubbed from public record. Assaults silenced. Witnesses paid. Judges owned. My wife's name kept surfacing, tied through fundraisers, community outreach. She wasn't just complicit, she was currency. The betrayal grew sharper with every file, every screenshot, every whisper I pieced together. I wasn't just fighting corruption, I was living in its bed. At home, I remained calm, kissed her cheek, tucked my children in. But inside, I was charting every step to dismantle the world they built together. The final piece came quietly. A recording, her voice on the line, pleading with the chief. "Keep him safe, you promised. I've done everything you asked." Not his wife, not his ally, his accomplice. The ground didn't fall from beneath me. It crystallized. Every lie she told, every bruise on my daughter, every smirk from his son, suddenly aligned. That night, I slid the file across the kitchen table. Phone logs, bank transfers, the recording. She read in silence, lips trembling. When her eyes lifted, they were wet with fear, not guilt. I asked one question: how long? Her answer broke without sound, and I knew. She had traded my family's safety for his protection. So when the chief called, threatening false shootings and dead-end cases, I didn't bluff. I had already set the trap. Every file backed up, every transfer exposed, federal eyes watching from the dark. When his laugh turned to panic, I remained silent. He begged now, stammering, "I'll put my son in jail. Please, who are you?" But names didn't matter anymore. I was the silence that followed his threats, the mirror he couldn't escape. The next morning, headlines screamed. Police chief indicted, his son in cuffs, face no longer smirking, but pale, hollow, stripped of arrogance. And my wife, she couldn't even meet my eyes.
The house feels quieter now. Not peaceful, empty. I don't rage at her. I don't ask why. Her answers would rot in my ears. I already know what she traded. I think of my daughter at the bottom of those stairs. The blood, the cameras, the smirk. I think of the chief's voice cracking into fear, begging for mercy he never gave. And I feel nothing. Revenge didn't restore me. It carved me clean. They thought silence would protect them, but silence is a blade, and in my hands, it cut deeper than they ever imagined.